Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So for today's video, I am going to be predicting the ratings for the top players in NBA 2K23. I don't know if this is going to be too difficult. I think my biggest issue is going to be that I didn't play like a ton of NBA 2K22 this year, especially towards the tail end of the cycle and everything. So, I mean, ratings don't change that much from one game to the next. But also, there's going to be some types of changes, right? So I think if I can kind of like harness like where I think they are at and where they're going and stuff like that. But also at the same time, too, you know, a player might start the season one way and then end the season with a higher rating. I think, you know, that's completely of an issue here, too, is like which players are going to have that big come up this season and everything. So let's just get going on this. We got so many players to work through here, starting with Giannis. Giannis 96 plus. LeBron James put up MVP caliber numbers. He got to be 96 plus. Just because, you know, I like his numbers, I'm thinking more like 95, but I think the LeBron name gives him that 96 plus rating. Kevin Durant would be like a 95 or a 96. I'm going to say 95 for KD. 95 for KD. Joel Embiid, 95. Steph Curry, 95. Jokic, you know, despite winning multiple MVPs, he's usually not treated like that, so I would say that 93 to 95 range. Although you think, you know, for winning that many MVPs in a row, he would be 96 plus, but that's not really how the ratings work in the game. Luka, I think would probably be like a 95 overall also. Kawhi Leonard's interesting, because I'm teetering between like 92, 93. Like, he seems like a guy that, you know, could end up being like 95 to 96 rating when the season's over, but they might make him earn his rating back a little bit because he's been out for so long. So I'm going to say 92. Ja Morant, I think going to be in that, I think it's going to be like a 91 overall, 91 to 192 overall. So we'll give him that. James Harden, I think starts the season 87 to 89, has to work himself into the 90 range. I'm going to say the same for Anthony Davis. I think 80 is going to be like an 89 overall, work his way back into the 90s. Jimmy Butler was one of the higher rated players last year. I can see him being like a 94, so I'm going to give him that rating right there. Kyrie Irving, let's put him in the 90, 92 range. Devin Booker, 90, 92 range. Jason Tatum. I'm going to have to go the 90, 92 range. CP3, 87 to 89. Damian Lillard, I think, is going to be an 89 and work himself back into the 90s. I really believe that with like a lot of injured players and stuff. It's like you might think when they're completely healthy they'll be this, but 2K typically makes you have to run it back and everything. So yeah, we'll say that for him. What'd I say? Did I say 89? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. That sounds good. Trae Young, I think typically is like around like an 89, 90 range. So let's go with the 90, 92. DeMar DeRozan MVP caliber season. I'd have to put him at the 93 range though. Or is he gonna be like more 90 to 92? We're going 90, 92 for him. Zion Williamson, I'm going to put it like 89, work himself back into the 90s with the full season. Cat, 87 to 89. Paul George, I don't think he's going to be rated higher than Kawhi Leonard. I can see him be like an 89 also, teetering around the 90. Zach LaVine, like an 87. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to me, he's like 86, 87 range. I'm going to say he starts as an 86, but works himself to an 88 range by the end of the season. Darius Garland, I think same thing, 86, works himself higher. Rudy Gobert typically gets a pretty solid rating. Let's put him in the 87 to 89 rating. Donovan Mitchell, usually around the same rating also as Rudy Gobert, despite they're not on the same team anymore, but I don't really see the rating changing too much there. Bradley Beal, I'm going to say 89. Didn't have like the greatest season before his injury and everything. Bam Adebayo, once again, like that's like 86 to 87. It's like it could be either one of those, and like based on where I put him at, like that's like an issue. So we'll put him 87, 89. DeJounte, I think, is gonna be like an 86. So bonus gonna be like an 86. Pascal Siakam, I think, was one of the most underrated players in the NBA last season. So hopefully 2K does him some justice. I'm gonna say he's gonna be like an 87 to 88. CJ McCollum, I got him in an 86. LaMelo, 87 to 89. Jaylen Brown, 87 to 89. DeAndre Ayton, 87 to 89. We got a lot of players in that range there, guys. Chris Middleton, all-star caliber player, but You know, coming off an injury season and stuff. I'm going to say he's probably going to be like an 86 to start things off. Kristaps, 84, 86 range to start off. Jared Allen, I think he was like an 87. I could see him going down a point, you know, returning from injury and stuff like that. Let's put him at 86. Brandon Ingram, 87, 89. Jamal's interesting. Before his injury, I think he was around like an 85, 86, so we'll put him there. RJ Barrett. See, I could see him being like an 84, so 83 to 84 range. Let's stay. I think he's going to start at an 83, but very, very quickly works himself to the mid to high 80s. I think he's going to do that, but I think, you know, we got to give, you know, he's got to do it, right? He's got to do it. So we'll do that. Clint Capella, usually around, I think it'd be like around 80 to 81. Put him in like an 81 range. Tyler Hero could be like an 84, but I think it's going to be the same as RJ Barry. He's going to probably start off like an 83 and then work himself up to that. Drew Holiday, I'm going to give him like an 85, 86. Jaren Jackson, probably around 83. De'Aaron Fox, probably around an 84. Ben Simmons, he's going to be around like an 84. I think he's going to work himself up to like an 88 by the end of the season. Miles Bridges, I do not even know if he's going to be playing, but if he does, he'll probably start off as like an 83. You guys like see everything too? There we go. Yeah, sorry guys. Like I'm going to like scroll down, obviously there's going to be a lot going on. Desmond Bane will be like an 82. Christian Wood will be like an 82. Tyrese Maxey will be probably like an 82, maybe an 83. Evan Mobley. Is Mobley going to be an 84 start the season? I know Cade's an 84 because I think it was leaked, so I can see him being around there too. So we'll say 84, 86 for Mobley. Anthony Edwards, I think, is going to start off. I think he's going to start off as like I think he's going to start off as an 86, but get up to an 87. So we'll start with an 86. Tyrese Halliburton, man, damn. I would have him that 84 to 86 range. Klay Thompson, probably the 84 to 86 range. Vucevic, I can see Vooch being like an 80, maybe an 81. But anyway, he's usually anywhere from like an 80 to an 83 overall, going back to his Magic days. I'm going to say an 80, though. An 80. I think he falls down in rating. John Collins, say it'd be an 83. Tobias Harris actually had a pretty solid season and everything, all things considered. We'll put him in an 84. John Wall, I think, starts the season as like an 80. He's got to work himself back to a better rating. Mikal Bridges, usually around an 83. I think he starts there. Gets himself up to the 84, 86 range, though. Derrick Rose probably around 80. Andrew Wiggins is interesting because he was like an all-star starter, but you feel like you don't get like the complete respect for that. So I think that puts, I think probably around the 84, 85 range for Andrew Wiggins. By the way, I know some of the ratings were probably leaked already, so maybe a lot of the stuff was actually already revealed, but this is what it feels about right, man. Malcolm Brogdon, I think he's actually one of the most underrated players that like moved this offseason. I'm going to say the 81 to 83 range. Steven Adams will probably be like an 80. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I forgot what Wendell looked like, man. Wendell going to be 83 just because I forgot what his face looked like. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Valanciunas probably like an 80, 81. I'll say like an 81. Fred will be an 84 to an 86. Draymond Green will be like an 83. Nurkic, like an 81. Cade, I already heard was going to be an 84. Scotty Barnes won Rookie of the Year, so, I mean, if Cade got the 84, you know, Scotty's going to be right there. So I'm going to say 84, 86 for him also. Kyle Lowry is going to be an 81 to an 83. But I think, you know, he could definitely have a good comeback season if, you know, his body's right and everything. Julius Randle will probably be like an 83 to start. Lonzo Ball coming back from injuries and stuff, 81 to 83. Mike Conley will be an 81. TJ Warren will be an 81. Mitchell Robinson will be an 80 to start, but work himself up to an 80, probably around 83, I think. I think Kuzma going to be an 81. Robert Williams will be an 83. Keldon Johnson will be an 81. Scary Terry will be an 81. Miles Turner will be an 83. Giddey will start the season in 81 to 83 range. Gordon Hayward, I think, going to be like an 80. Maybe an 81. Holmadik, it's 2K, so I don't think he's going to get respected, so I'm going to say an 80. Sadiq probably an 80 to start the season. D'Lo probably an 80 to start the season. Very inefficient at times last year. OG, He usually gets an 83. I don't know if he's worked himself up to an 84 yet. He'll be an 83. Dinwiddie will be around an 80. Jeremy Grant will be an 83. Kevin Love will be an 81. Jordan Poole will be in the 81 to 83 range, probably closer to 83. Jalen Brunson will be in the 81 to 83 range. Anthony Simons will be an 81. Cam will probably be like an 80. Norman Powell will be an 82. Bojan will be an 81. Dylan Brooks will be an 81. Bobby Portis will be probably a 79, 80. And Andre Drummond will be like a 79, man. So we'll put him right there. So I will say overall, it's just, this was very gut feeling instinct. Once again, Wendell, I'm so sorry, man. I'm actually, with my bitch ass memory, I'm actually happy I memorized everybody else, man. I'm so sorry, Wendell. Like, you know what, man? Just for that, you're gonna go up to a 96 plus. I really believe in you, man. Most improved player now. Let's call it like it is. But yeah, man, that's all we got for this video. Very quick one. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.